Let me move the fuck on. Then I saw Drake. Drake wasn't as good. I have my little issues with Drake now. And I want this to be put out there and it to be clear. When you think of Drake, do not think of me. Like, I'm trying to separate myself from that man. And I wanted to say this, and I'm going to spend a lot less time on the last half of 2023. I wanted to say this because it needs to be clarified. I listened to Drake, and I enjoyed the Drake that released music for Black women. So I was you know, Spotify has this new like day list thing, and they give you songs to listen to and that are tailored to what you usually whatever. I turn on my day list, and then "Make You Proud" by Drake comes on, and I need you to go listen to it. Maybe don't if you don't want to give him streaming, but he gonna get it. I need you to go listen to it. And it's literally a song about being proud of a woman. And it's like, how do we get from there in your songs about best I ever had, hold on, we're going home? I feel like it started with views. Let me do my research. Let me go back. Let me go to his albums. Because I noticed a shift to when this man became a misogynist. And you know, misogyny isn't great in rap and hip hop or whatever. We know that. But there's a difference between like that shit and like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, so let me go back to his discography so I can really tell you when it fucking started. From Time was a great, like, You in the Six giving flowers to his mother. If you're reading this, it's too late. It's more like for himself. So he wasn't really talking about the girls. It was Views. Views is a beautiful album. It is a masterpiece, I feel. It is a beautiful album. You can never take that away from me. But I will say, after Views, it got a little weird. Because then we have More Life. He was always weird. Like, actually, I don't know, because I wasn't conscious, so I don't know. But to me, it started with Views, and then if you go to More Life, the Nothing's Into Something, that song, it was, and this wasn't like blatant misogyny, but the nigga was, go listen to that song, because I love that song, but it's so bad, because he's talking about Serena Williams and her husband. Leave this woman alone. And then we get to, let me keep my phone open, and this is the last thing I'll say about my summer, because this connects. We get to Scorpion, when he got that girl pregnant, and that's when it started to get weird. And I'm not gonna blame it on the baby or nothing like that, but it got really weird, because it's like, how do you go from, this is my point, my thesis of mine, how do you go from praising women in all your songs, not all of them, but like for the most part, and I'm not making this up, just like being like, I don't know, respectful of women and like praising women, to them becoming a full-blown misogynist, to where we get to You Broke My Heart and you're talking about all your exes, like, oh, I should say the names, you're 30 years old, you're fucking 40 years old, and you're talking about these little girls, like, you're talking about these girls because you're dating fucking 20-year-olds, and your ex, like, or you're talking about women that you dated like 10 fucking years ago. Leave these people alone. And so then it got too weird for me. And then of course with the whole, I was listening to Her Loss, and then we get to the Circo Loco, and then he's talking about Megan Thee Stallion. I said, what the fuck? I had to turn it off. I couldn't listen to the album anymore. So it's like, I have a hair, sorry. Let me close my door. It's like, Drake used to be for the girls, and he even, and it's like, it's interesting to me because he used to get clowned for being like the singing nigga and for like making music for women and whatever, but he was proud of that. And you get the success, and then you go to the misogynist things that they were saying that you didn't do. Why are you doing that now? Like, it would make sense if you were getting clowned and then you turn to misogyny. It wouldn't be okay, but it would make sense. But now you're like, you've gotten to the point in your career where your career is like built off a Black woman, and then you turn around and are a misogynist saying that this girl didn't get shot, or Megan Thee Stallion didn't get shot, and so then I happened to see the You Broke My Heart video, and I want you to have some grace with me, because I told you before, I didn't have boy bands, I'm out of breath because I'm ranting. I didn't have boy bands, I didn't really have like pop stars that I was like, oh my god, I need to see. It was Drake for me. It was Drake. Like, when I became conscious of music, it was Drake, because he was the one. Like, I remember when I was in summer camp and we were doing some type of like talent show or whatever, 2009, I think it was. I don't fucking know though. Then I would be like sick. Actually, maybe it wasn't. I don't know when I started summer camp, but I was in summer, and I just remember doing a show or something to Best I Ever Had or something. I think, did he have a song with Usher or something like that? And it's just like, honestly, I say this because before I was even able to press play and control what I was hearing, Drake was on the radio. Drake was the thing coming through the song. So I was just like, it's Drake. So let me calm down. And so it's hard, like, as I come, maybe I was just like unaware because I was a younger kid, but it's like, because like I said before, misogyny is in rap and hip hop. We gotta move. But it was always fun because it's like he's making music for the girls, you know? But now it's like you hate the girls. The niggas don't even really listen to you. And the niggas that do listen to you are corny as fuck. So it's like, I don't even want to be attached to any of those parts. And then I'm seeing in your video, you got, and let me not say too much on this, you got Morgan Wallen, who said that N-word, and you gonna give this nigga a platform? He has a platform, but you're gonna co-sign it? And then you're gonna include these random white girls, no shade to white women, but you're gonna include these random, who don't even know the words of the song, and we're just doing, it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? So anyways, I didn't know this was gonna turn into a Drake rant, but that's what I had to say, because what the fuck are you doing? Like, ooh. So yeah, that's sad. It's sad to see a black man fall from grace. But yeah, we move. I feel like I have to say something because my plan was just to like slither out and slowly say less about Drake, because, you know, I used to, before it was like Drake, I love Drake, and then it became like, oh, my guilty pleasure, and now I'm just like, is it pleasureful? Like, the old music, and I'm not gonna be the norm. I hate people say I miss the old Drake. Like, come on, all right, everyone is an old version, like, people evolve, all right. I'm not like on that vibe, but I'm like, this just don't, like, because I'm like, when Honestly Nevermind came out, everyone was shitting on that, and I came out and said on my blog, he has already proved himself to be like able to make R&B classics, to do whatever. He's allowed to have fun, and this is what I get for defending a man. He's allowed to have fun, and I wasn't defending the man, I was also defending the music, so let me clarify that, but never defend a man. Anyways, he is allowed to have fun, and like, cause like, he doesn't have anything to prove to anyone but himself, like, and it's like, he doesn't have anything to prove, like, he's done the records, he can, like, if he really wanted to sit down and make a good music, he could, like, he has albums and albums full of good songs, like, good music. I'm not gonna take that away from him. And Honestly Nevermind was like, it was house, it was fun, like, whatever, it's fun for the summer, fun for the girls, and I had a good time, and I still love Liability Down. But then, what did he just recently put out? I don't even know the name of it. I didn't even listen to it, to be real with you. And that's like crazy for me. But yeah, moral of the story is Drake, he oh yes, For All the Dogs, I didn't even listen to it, and that's when I knew I was like over there. I'm gonna be real with you, I'm not gonna lie, there are 3 songs that I have listened to, but the old me would have listened to the whole album and would have forced myself to like so many of the songs, but it got bad. Like, Her Loss was really hard for me too, because of the Megan shit, but also because like the songs, like, before I even got to like the song that's Circo Loco, I only liked 4 of the songs, which I guess is good, but yeah, it's just, and maybe I'm not the Dogs. Like, maybe I'm no longer the Dogs. And that's what it feels like. It feels like, I don't know who he's making music for. Rich Baby Daddy, I don't know whose idea that was. Sexy Red carried. Slime Me Out was terrible, but SZA carried. American Slave. The fuck you know about American Slaves? Anyways, you're Canadian. Anyways. But maybe it's so funny because, like, he's Canadian, but, like, his dad, I believe, is from Memphis, Tennessee, so maybe he thinks, like, half of him, because some of his ancestors are Americans. I don't know, but it's, like, Canadian. First, you pushing it, because, anyways, For All the Dogs was terrible, but this is where you get to the argument that I'm trying to make. Maybe I'm not the Dogs anymore. Maybe, I don't know who he's making music for. Rich Baby Daddy, for the girls. All of the other songs, it's from the niggas that sit in the room and play video games all day and need music to play in the background. And that's okay, but it's like, what happened to the original, how'd I go? What happened to the original plot of the movie? What happened to the original plot of the movie? Because how did you go from, and I'm not to say, this is not to say that he, and this is always the argument, because I'm not saying he didn't rap. Drake rapped. Make You Proud is a rap, you know? And the problem is not him rapping. It's like, what are you rapping? Like, what are you talking about? Because you're on the songs saying nonsense. And like, I listen to some of them because like the beat is nice, and I like something about Drake. It don't even, because for a long time when I listened to music that was from my favorite artists, I didn't even care what the fuck they were saying. It's just like, this is this person and this is a good beat and they saying something and I'm gonna shake something, you know. But when I sit and listen to the lyrics that he's doing now, I'm like, what? Like, literally, what? Change the song. And I'm mad at myself. You Broke My Heart. Like, I love like the victory feel of the beats that he's doing. Like, You Broke My Heart. What's the other song that has like the big like, like, I'm Scorpion had a lot of it. Like, I'm Upset, and then God's Plan. Like that. Those whole like champion feeling beats, I like, because I feel like he does well with like boost. Like, come on. But the lyrics are just like. And I think he also, I know, he does amazing jobs with samples. Like, one thing about that, and what I love about his music is that his songs feel like a collage. It feels like he's having, because the samples, like, he's taking bits and pieces, and even when he references other rap, I think it's called interpolations or something like that. Like, Tupac and Hit 'Em Up has, like, a part of his rap, and then in another song that Drake does, I wish I knew the name of it, Drake does a similar, like, he doesn't say the same lyrics, but he does a similar, like, beat, like, similar, like, rap rhythm, I don't know the fuck, interpretation, whatever, and it's good, and it eats, and it's good. Like, his samples are great. Even cameras, like, oh geez, oh my god, and it's so hard for me because I'm like, what are you talking, like, at a certain point, because I'm like, okay, as a writer, and if Drake's writing his own music, it's like, honestly, maybe you shouldn't be. Anyways, let me get to the point. As a writer, you have to, in order to write well, you have to experience things. And you have to experience different things. Or else you run the chance of saying the same thing over and over and over again. I fear, since Drake has to stardom, what the fuck is that? He hasn't been experiencing, like, different things. A lot of his early music, and I have to go in a second, a lot of his early songs are about him being told he wasn't gonna make it, his like grind from Degrassi and doing the morning shows, and his relationship with his mom, his relationship with his dad, his relationship with other women, and it was good because it was real. And then we get to like the newer stuff, and then it's just like, and when he was talking about his son, like, in being a parent, I fear, as a person who don't really do the 1, 2, 3 with my dad, that was kind of like, ooh, I don't know if you want to say all that, but I guess. And I guess it was real. I guess. But it wasn't, it was, that was something to talk about, and that was a new experience that he had. Outside of that, I'm tired of hearing about Turks and Caicos. Like, I'm tired of hearing about Turks and Caicos. Like, here. I'm tired of hearing about girls who are too immature for you, or like who don't know what they want, or like who listen to their friends too much. It's always like, you listen to those bitches, like, come on, like, come up with a new, like, and it's like, if you keep talking about the same girls, the same people, maybe you need to date a different type of girl. Like, maybe you need to be around a different type of girl if you keep coming up with the same conclusion that she listens to her friends too much, or she be outside clubbing, and like, maybe it's you, you're the problem. And so, and this is me actually listening to his lyrics, because before I was like, I'm a jam, it don't matter, like, but then now I'm actually listening, I'm like, this is ass. Like, this is ass. So I'm like, I fear, and I'm not gonna blame it on the money, because you can still experience new things and have things to rap about, or be like, a good rapper, because I feel like, honestly, Nevermind was fun. I have no complaints about Honestly Nevermind, because it was different, and even if he was talking about the same girls, I don't care, because it's like, it's on a different beat, and you're trying to stop, that's fine. But we're doing it for all the dogs, and it's just like, it's boring. Like, I'm bored. But back to the crux of the argument, maybe I'm not the dogs anymore. Maybe I'm not the dogs, and I think as a fan, you have to know when to hop off. And so I will always hold a special place in my heart for the music, because it's great, and I don't have to and it's not even about him as a person that I'm talking about. This is his music. this is the problem. Like, it's twofold, because him as a person is also, I don't know that man, but his music is just like, I gotta, you're gonna keep going, and I don't know if I wish anything for you, but I'm gonna hop off the train. I'm gonna get off the ride, because clearly I've met my stop, and I'm not supposed to be on this ride anymore. And I just hope maybe I'll come back on if there's something interesting and we're going to a different place. And I was gonna say I need him to stop making music, but honestly, who am I to curb his artistry and his, like, if you, making music should be fun, and, you know, he's at a point where it doesn't have to be for survival anymore, so yeah, he's having fun. I can't be mad at that. I'm just not having fun, so I'm gonna stop. But yeah, this turned into a rant about Drake. This is supposed to be about my future, but fuck yeah, I wanted to rant. I'm gonna go outside, show my face to some people. Yeah, that was my rant. Until we meet again, if we ever meet again, but for now, bye.